Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and today I'm really excited to be here as part of Scrapbook Boutique's November Hop and Challenge, and it's red, as you can see. The mood board has so many different ideas, but I have this set from Altenew which is called Coffee with a Splash, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. I needed to make one of these cups red. And the cup and saucer, well, it's kind of like a cup and saucer. It's quite an artsy sort of picture, but the mug I thought would be really cool too. So I've cut a panel for the front of my card, and I'm just kind of holding the image over because I want it to be really clean and simple, and placement can make all the difference when you've only got a few elements on your card. So I'm taking my time and lining it up where I think I want the image, and it was a bit hard to tell exactly like to center this image because it is a little bit, because of the art sort of splatters. I just held the plastic sheet over top of the stamp and worked it out from there. So I'm using my Misty today because I do want to colour this cup in with some Copic markers. So to do that, I've got my Tuxedo Black, and I'm just adding some ink to the stamp and stamping it down. I have got only a couple of different reds. I probably didn't even really need to try and put this highlight in the cup. You can kind of see it in the end, but because I do come in with the glossy accents down the track, it's not as obvious. And it's not looking very good here yet, but then I'll be able to fix it in a minute. I'll show you how. So literally I'm just adding my colour now, adding the deep red, which is the R05, and my highlight there, which is the R22, keeping this very clean and simple, and this is very easy colouring, gotta say. Very little blending as well. Actually, these colours work really well together. I use these reds a lot, and actually I've started using the R14, which I really like as well. I suppose maybe it's because it's Christmas, and guess what? This is not a Christmas card. Something non-Christmassy today. And this is how I fix it. I mean, it was looking a bit bad before, but this is why I stamped it in my Misty. I wanted that black artsy outline to be a bold black, and my Onyx Black ink is the best one that I've got for this because it's that lovely dark pigment ink, and by having it sitting in exactly the same spot in my Misty, I can just come back in and restamp the image. Love it. So my sentiment I've taken from the same set, and I'm going to do the same thing here as well. I'm actually going to stamp it first in the Memento Tuxedo Black, and that's because I want to actually highlight. There's a couple of words in this sentiment that are scripty font, and I just thought it'd be fun to highlight them with a Copic marker, just to add some detail. And then I can come back in and get that nice bold stamp with my Onyx Black again, and because it's in the Misty, it's really simple. I can just easily stamp back over top. Afterwards, when I was looking at this, I was kind of thinking that maybe a grey would have been nice instead of using the red on the font. So maybe next time I make this card, I might try that. I've got a top fold card, and I'm adding a nice bright red panel to the front of my card. I've got some fun foam that I've already attached to the back of my panel, and now I've got some score tape and adding this all round the edges of my fun foam on the back. Now what I'm doing is releasing opposite corners of the score tape, and this just helps me center it on my card, because you know how strongly score tape adheres. It's really difficult. If you've pushed it down, you can't change your mind very easily. So this is just a great way to make sure that I've got my panel nice and square before I commit. So once I'm happy with the placement, I can push down on the sticky corners that were exposed, and that'll just hold it in place while I remove the release paper. Now I have to make this cup shiny, and I had a little fight with my glossy accents, and now we're friends again. I I think it's because I don't use it very much, and I don't know, I just love it as a product. There's nothing that I've found that gives the shininess of the glossy accents. Well, I'm going to try the Nuvo one. I hear that's very good too. So I do outline the edges. It's quite a big area that I'm doing here. I outline all the edges and then fill in the gaps and move the nozzle around within the glossy accents just to make sure there are no bubbles. Now this will look kind of cloudy until it's dry, but once it's dry, it's nice and clear and shiny. So don't forget to head over to my blog, the link will be below, and that'll have all the details about today's hop and also about the mood board and the challenge for November. So I look forward to seeing you there. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.